CER comes out of a history where people believe that if you compare products that it'll only be negative rather than a spur to innovation. And I know from the experience, the 40 years in which ECRI Institute has done comparative effectiveness research, that it actually does quite the opposite. Because even in our first signature program from 40 years ago, we compare brands and models of medical devices in our laboratories. And manufacturers cooperate with that because, in a sense, it's free R&D. It tells them what competitors are doing, but it's an equal playing field. And that kind of comparison is very, very helpful for manufacturers as well as for the customers of technology, hospitals, physicians, and in some cases the public directly. With pharmaceuticals, they've already gone through a process that takes them through the FDA, so there's no need to repeat that. What we do is look at the data from clinical studies and ask, for example, is a drug therapy particularly effective and better than other available drug therapies? Pharmaceuticals is a different issue, but in essence the same answer. You're trying to say what differences matter. At ECRI, we're a neutral in in the world of payers and providers and manufacturers. We're just a technical organization. So what we do is we send out our protocols to the manufacturers so that they can see what it is we're going to do, and they also have a lot of expertise that might cause us to alter our protocols before we do our testing or before we do our studies. When PCORI starts to produce a work product, we'll get a better sense of how that interdigitates with our own work. We tend to produce a high volume of work because, after all, we've been doing this for 4 decades and have a large staff. Someday, PCORI may be larger than us, but right now we're much larger than they are. So we don't know what the downstream effect is going to be. We're hosting a conference on the campus of FDA with them as a co-sponsor, along with a number of private sector organizations. It's going to be on November 29th and 30th on the FDA's White Oak campus. The theme is patient-centeredness and how that plays out in policy and practice. So it's quite a combination of very important topics.